Good morning, St. Martin. I'm Justine Lázaro.
And I'm also Lawrence.
And welcome to another edition of St. Martin News Desk.
Brought to you by TV15.
We're bringing the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond.
The middle of the week, let's dive into our top headlines.
The Honorable Justice Minister Natalie Tacklin is reviewing the status of the Court of Guardianship, which protects minors and operates independently under the Civil Code despite being funded by the Ministry of Justice. The Ministry and the Court of Guardianship are now considering whether the court should be formally integrated into the ministry. Tacklin has launched bi-weekly meetings with the Court of Guardianship officials to explore this, focusing on transparency, staff rights, and legal responsibilities. The minister says the goal is to improve trust, governance, and ensure justice institutions serve the public effectively.
Honorable Tayat Minister Grisha Haile-Martin is urging action to boost St. Martin's economic resilience amid global trade shifts and new U.S. tariffs that could affect food imports. She called for reducing dependency by strengthening local agriculture and exploring new trade ties with Europe, Latin America, and the Caribbean. Haile-Martin proposed creating an agriculture, livestock, and fisheries agency to support farmers and promote backyard gardening, echoing regional calls to buy local and eat local. She also supports forming a national task force to assess U.S. policy impacts with input from local distributors and shippers. Parliamentarian Sarah Westcott-Williams backed the idea, stressing practical planning. To modernize the economy, the minister outlined reforms including simplified licensing, tax reform, and an investment promotion agency to attract entrepreneurs. She also is working with Central Bank on measures to protect purchasing power. Haile-Martin urged unity and innovation to build an adaptable, secure, and sustainable economy. The St. Martin Police Force KPSM is ramping up enforcement ahead of Easter and Carnival, targeting illegal weapons, drugs, and traffic violations across key districts like Phillipsburg. Officers recently arrested a suspect MF linked to theft and dealing in stolen goods. In a separate case, police recovered a stolen Hyundai i20 in Dutch Quarter. KPSM reminds all drivers to carry valid licenses, insurance, and vehicle registration or face possible fines. These intensified patrols will continue in the coming weeks to boost public safety. Residents are urged to stay vigilant and report suspicious activity via the police hotline 9300 or the anonymous tip line.
Former Member of Parliament Rolando Bryson has been indicted for bribery following a preliminary hearing on April 7, 2025. The charges stem from his time in office between 2018 and 2024 as a part of the ongoing Lisbon investigation. Prosecutors allege Bryson accepted over $92,000 in bribes, along with paid travel and hotel stays from individuals, including John Daytoff, Robbie Dos Santos, and businessman SLG. In return, he allegedly promoted their interest and pushed laws like the Tourist Health Levy and cryptocurrency bills. Bryson, a known crypto advocate, denies all charges and says he will present evidence to clear his name, maintaining his actions were always in service of the people. The case also ties into a separate investigation, Jasmine, involving Daytoff and former Minister Christophe Emmanuel over construction permit bribery.
This is an exclusive release. Divico and Extra Tight Entertainment presents Headliners.
Roots and Rhythm.
A night of good reggae music.
Music for the soul.
Sunday, April 27th at the Carnival Village. Featuring Tanya Stevens. Richie Spice.
Big deal. You're my friend, I'm a big deal. Yeah, we're kinda important.
Hosted by Uncle Shags. Also featuring St. Martin's own royalty, City Ranking, DJ Outcast, and DJ Blaze. Headliners, Roots and Rhythms, Sunday, April 27th at the Carnival Village. Don't miss this extravagant reggae experience. Get your tickets online at extratight.com. Love, peace, unity, reggae, can't dead.
Powered by Divico.
This is an Extra Tight Entertainment production. Just say I.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
The St. Martin Police Force, KPSM, is boosting community safety and 2 new training programs. 5 officers completed school resource officer training in Miami, preparing them to handle school-related issues and build positive relationships with students. Separately, a new group graduated from the BAFPOL program, training them as extraordinary police officers to help maintain public order. KPSM thanked its partners and stressed the importance of ongoing training to strengthen community trust and safety. These efforts are part of a broader plan to make policing more community-focused across the island.
From March 31st to April 4th, St. Martin's Probation Department hosted officials from Suriname and the Netherlands to share best practices in community service and restorative justice. Participants observed St. Martin's model, which allows offenders to complete up to 240 hours of supervised, unpaid work through 23 local organizations. The visitors praised the program's structure and impact. Delegates from Probation Netherlands and Suriname's Makandra project gained insights into improving client engagement and targeted placements back home. The exchange ended with a certificate ceremony and strong interest in future collaborations. Justice Minister Natalie Tacklin met with the group, underscoring St. Martin's commitment to regional partnerships and restorative justice. Local groups interested in joining the program can contact the Probation Department. St. Martin's Probation Department hosted officials from Suriname and the Netherlands from March 31st to April 4th to share expertise in community service as a tool for rehabilitation. The Surinamese team visiting through Makandra Project joined Dutch experts Gisela Conrad and Joachim Wildeman in hands-on sessions with local staff. Activities included client intake, supervision, and project administration. The group also met with Honorable Justice Minister Natalie Tacklin and Public Prosecutor's Office to better understand St. Martin's justice system. Surinamese officials praised the diversity and structure of the community service program and plan to adopt similar practices, including better interagency collaboration and outcome tracking. The exchange supports JNIS's mission to promote restorative justice and strengthens regional cooperation in criminal justice. Local groups interested in hosting service projects can contact the Probation Department.
A new EU-funded hydroponics train, the Trainers Pilot Project, has launched in St. Martin to promote sustainable farming and food security. In collaboration with the ECYS and TEAT Ministries, hydroponics systems are installed in 8 schools, including Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and St. Dominic. The soil-less, water-efficient farming method suits local conditions and supports school feeding programs. Led by Christina Adams of Barbados-based Adams Aqualife, the project trained teachers between January and February, with installations and first harvest completed by March. The initiative aims to reduce reliance on food imports, provide hands-on agricultural education, and boost long-term food sovereignty. TEAD calls it an investment in innovation and community empowerment.
The deadline to submit 2024 income tax return forms A and B has been extended to June 30th, 2025. Invitations are being sent by regular mail. If you don't receive one, you must request it. Forms are available online at the Government of St. Martin's website. Taxpayers must submit forms in person at the Tax Administration Office located in the Vineyard Building. Online or email submissions are not accepted. For proof of submission, bring a copy to be stamped. Taxpayers who need an extension must request it before June 30th, 2025.
Now, we need to get some of the rain, but sometimes we get it too quickly, too much, all that sort of thing. What I've been watching overnight and early this morning, these are clouds, some of the extra clouds around here just feeding in. That's a sign that there's more moisture around, more moisture in the atmosphere. And eventually, as the atmosphere gets gets more moisture with it, we're going to see some rain that will be driving up to the north. So I'll show you that for us in the Eastern Caribbean and in the Southeastern Caribbean. Here's that big system in the United States. It's been day after day of a tornado threat, of a flood threat right in this area, Ohio River Valley, Tennessee River Valley. A big flow from the Pacific has been feeding in moisture, colder air back from the north, collision of air masses. Now, what's about to happen is that this system is finally going to make its move off to the east, and with it, drawing some more moisture from the Gulf and the Bay, and even bring in some rain and some thunderstorms to parts of Central America, and then watching that spot as well back toward the Eastern Caribbean. So let me zoom down first. We have a lot to cover, and then I'll start to expand out, get into the wave heights, the rain totals specifically. You see some of the scattered showers possible today. Trinidad and Tobago, for the most part, St. Lucia, Barbados, it would be to the south, hit or miss Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. By tomorrow, you see a few of the showers starting to lift to the north. It's not a washout. That's the thing. Some of us are going to get some rain, others not a whole lot. I know we need to fill up the cisterns in spots. A lot of us need the rain, but by Tuesday, that's when we'll see a better chance. Tomorrow into Tuesday, again, some spots dry, others getting some rain. It'll be on the move. And then even by Wednesday, some of this is going to feed up to the north. So we have a decent chance of rain from Dominica, Martinique, St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent, the Grenadines, Grenada, Trinidad, northeastern Venezuela, just not all at once and not constantly. So zooming down to just get a feel of some of the potential rain totals here. Here's Trinidad and Tobago, and you see this spot of white here, especially over toward Tobago. That is showing 100 millimeters of rain or 4 inches of rain. Now this is a 3-day total, so I mentioned not all at once. We may get some rain, get a break, and get some more rain, but here's the thing. This is a computer model. This area of white may be over here or may simply be over the water. So this just gives us a feel that some of us have a chance to get some higher totals of 100 millimeters of rain. If that happens over one of our islands in the Eastern Caribbean, that could lead to some flooding, some flash flooding. That's some flooding that kind of comes up pretty quickly. So we'll be watching out for that. But others, maybe not a whole lot. You see this blue shading in here, that would be maybe 10 to 25 millimeters of rain, under an inch of rain. So some areas get it, some areas don't. Here, let's start to expand out now. Here we are. You can see some of the scattered areas of rain later today, southeastern Caribbean. Here's that front, and you see it. This is what's going to be moving off to the east. It'll even give us a few thunderstorms later this week as we work our way into Jamaica. A couple of thunderstorms, Belize, Guatemala, El Salvador, interior Honduras, as this front starts to approach. Now, as we get into tomorrow, this is our Monday. And you see a couple of things here. One, there's that moisture, Guyana and Suriname, that I've been tracking the last few weeks, lifting to the north, and then here comes that front. That'll drive a severe weather threat over toward Florida and eventually even some stronger storms possible northern Bahamas. But look at the rain picking up near Merida, Campeche, Cozumel, Cancun, not all day. Rain picking up Belize, Honduras. This here is on Tuesday. So you see that this is with that front that's moving in. And that could even give us a few scattered areas of rain and storms, Cayman Islands and Jamaica, just as that front approaches. And there's that rain, St. Lucia, Barbados, the chance of it trying to lift up toward Guadeloupe, Dominica, seeing that chance of rain. You see it just kind of feeding in, and we'll see if this shakes out. This is down the road. We'll see how close some of this rain gets to us in St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda. And now as this front moves into the Bahamas Tuesday to Wednesday, chances some scattered showers and storms, Cuba, Cayman Islands, Jamaica, on the edge of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Still that pocket of rain over toward Honduras, down through Nicaragua. But this is a change, right? We are getting very close to the hurricane season now. This is telling me we're starting to get that pattern change as we inch closer to the wet season for a lot of us. Flood threat continues, but also that tornado threat. So you see, as we get into Tuesday, we're looking at a 50% chance of scattered showers and storms in Jamaica. We get back through the Cayman Islands. You see on Tuesday, about a 50% chance of some scattered showers. Here we are in Trinidad, and you see the rain chance. It's not 100%, which means not all of us are going to get the rain, but it is elevated, a 50 to 60% chance. So I hope you get some much needed rain, but I'm going to monitor that flood threat in case we get it a little bit too quickly in spots. As the week goes on, you see the rain chance picking up in Barbados and St. Lucia. We'll be seeing how this rain kind of drifts to the north and how much of it hangs together. Grenada, we're going to see that rain chance build. 40% chance tomorrow, 60% chance on Tuesday, and you see a 50% chance of rain. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, scattered showers lifting in from the south, moving up to the north tomorrow into Tuesday. Martinique, rain chance bumps up on Tuesday. We'll see a bump up as well on Dominica. We'll see how much of this rain kind of hangs together. 30 to 40% chance in Guadeloupe the next couple days. Next few days, Antigua, Barbuda, mainly on the dry side, and a 20 to 30% chance. St. Kitts and Nevis in Montserrat. Rain chance staying low. Anguilla and St. Bart's, generally a lot of sunshine. St. Martin, Saba, and Statia, 20 to 30% chance of a shower or thunderstorm the next 3 days in Puerto Rico, and about a 20% chance the next 3 days, U.S. and British Virgin Islands. We'll watch tomorrow into Tuesday, northern Bahamas, Freeport. Watch it over toward New Providence. Better chance of rain and some scattered storms on Tuesday. Turks and Caicos, though, were mainly dry, 20 to 30% chance of a shower or thunderstorm in the Dominican Republic. Rain chance pretty low in Haiti, kind of in between systems. One area of rain to the east, one back to the west. But Belize, you see our rain chance bouncing up. I'll be watching your comments. Leave your location, no matter where you are, leave your location if you do get some rain as we continue with this weather community so some folks could see what we're getting, what we're not getting in spots. Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire, where we also need some rain. There's been a few spotty showers nearby the next last few days, but rain chance holding at about 20 to 30% chance. Guyana and Suriname, there's that high chance. Suriname the next 2 days, still that 70% chance of rain. That is the rain that is lifting up to the north. Cuba will be watching that front move by, especially western and central sections deeper into the week with some scattered areas of rain. Costa Rica, Panama, 50 to 60% chance of scattered showers. Nicaragua, we're up to 50% chance on Tuesday and a 50% chance in Honduras as we work our way into Tuesday. I'll monitor that flood threat. Guatemala and El Salvador, you see with that front that's going to be moving by, a 50% chance of rain today, but a 70% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms for tomorrow. Mexico City, we're mainly dry. Then we swing back toward the Yucatan Peninsula. The front scrapes by with that chance of rain. Best chance will be tomorrow. Northern Colombia, 20 to 30% chance. Northern Venezuela, 40 to 50% chance. And Bermuda the next 2 days, generally dry. We'll watch as we get into Wednesday, see how much of this front is left as it starts to move in. So kind of watching these two areas, the front in one spot, the moisture in the southeastern Caribbean. So we have that front entering Central America the next 2 days, some of that rain in the southeast Caribbean. I'll be watching that flood threat. And again, that new earthquake that just happened in parts of Central America, I'll monitor that spot as we go forward. Thank you for taking the time to subscribe. Have a really good day ahead.
Look how
How are you? But Mom, you finished all your minutes yet?
No, girl. TLM has new postpaid plans and automatically upgraded my postpaid package.
Is that so?
Guess what? I am getting more minutes and almost double the amount of data for the same price.
I guess I'm making a switch now.
Let me call you back, Mom.
Hey Tash, you hear about TLM new postpaid plans?
This is an exclusive release.
This is an exclusive release.
Divico and Extra Tight Entertainment presents Headliners,
Roots and Rhythm.
a night of good reggae music.
Music for the soul.
Sunday, April 27th at the Carnival Village, featuring Tanya Stevens, Richie Spice,
Big deal. You're my friend, I'm a big deal. Yeah, we're kinda important.
hosted by Uncle Shads, also featuring St. Martin's own royalty, City Ranking, DJ Outcast, and DJ Blaze. Headliners, Roots and Rhythms, Sunday, April 27th at the Carnival Village. Don't miss this extravagant reggae experience. Get your tickets online at extratight.com. Love, peace, unity, reggae, can't dead.
Powered by Divico.
This is an Extra Tight Entertainment production. Just say I.
The Women's Desk under CDFHA has relaunched its popular Women's Sewing Empowerment Program, which resumed on March 31st, 2025. Led by Joanne Skett of Lilo, the program offers beginner and advanced sewing classes to equip women with practical, income-generating skills. Strong demand quickly filled all class slots, prompting a waiting list. The initiative was opened by the Minister of Public Health, who emphasized that skill-building programs like this empower women and uplift communities. Sewing is promoted as more than a hobby. It's a path to entrepreneurship and financial independence. CDFHA thanks participants and pledged to expand future opportunities for more women to join.
Koiman has partnered with the Saban Carnival Development Foundation, the SCDF, for 2025 Carnival, sponsoring the Boot Holder competition to celebrate food vendors' creativity. The company will enhance Carnival Village with initiatives like the Koiman Link Up Corner, featuring 4 new seating areas, and contribute to beautifying the village entrance for photo opportunities. SCDF President Eduardo Rajuki praised Koiman's commitment to supporting the community and booth holders. Additionally, Koiman will launch its Carnival Shirt campaign this Saturday, offering exclusive shirts to customers spending $40 or more. Koiman looks forward to enhancing the Carnival experience and supporting the festival's success. On April 7th, a bust of Jocelyn Arndell was unveiled at the Jocelyn Arndell Festival Village, marking the completion of Phase 1 of upgrades funded by $1.3 million in insurance proceeds from Hurricane Irma. Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Luke Mercelina led the ceremony, which also saw the dedication of 13 newly rebuilt booths and the renovation of 79 others, including retiling, ceiling repairs, and painting. The upgrades initiated in December 2024 prepared the venue for Carnival 2025, and SCDF can now rent out the booths. Further improvements are planned post-Carnival. The ceremony featured speeches from various dignitaries, including Jordan Halley and SCDF President Eduardo Rajuki.
The Enterprise Support Project, ESP, of St. Martin's Trust Fund is entering its next phase after 5 years of assisting local entrepreneurs. The application period for financial aid closed on February 7, 2025, but the project continues to support MSMEs. So far, the ESP has distributed nearly $19 million to 293 businesses across sectors like hospitality, healthcare, and agriculture, creating jobs and boosting the economy. NRPB Director Claret Connor confirmed that while no new applications are accepted, ongoing support, including training and mentorship, remains available through initiatives like the St. Martin Entrepreneur Development Center. The project, funded by the Netherlands and managed by the World Bank, has significantly impacted the island's business landscape. That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Martin News Desk.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. on TV 15, across our social media platforms and all Alexa devices globally. I'm Alston Lawrence.
And I'm Jasenia Lassiter, wishing you an amazing week. See you next time.
And stay friendly.
St. Martin.